As you guys know, this journey has been crazy. Though I'm not going to go into super deep detail about it, I'm super excited to talk about it. Yo, what's up guys? Just Socks 556, and welcome back to a new video. As you guys saw in the title and thumbnail, today's video is going to be more so about the creation of Sonic Tales, how it was created and where it's at now, and like explaining the first 2 seasons, character story, things like that, and the journey of YouTube as a whole. But more so about Sonic Tales than the YouTube part. And this video is going to be unscripted, so if you do hear me stutter a lot, that's why. And this video is going to also be broken up into a couple of parts. The first part being more so of why I started creating Sonic Tales videos in the first place, and like the name, and like how I came up with the name in the first place. The second part is going to be about what I was going for from season 1 and what I'm going for in season 2. The next part is going to be about the movie and season 3, and the final part is going to be about kind of voice actors and their characters, and how I'm like very proud of you guys for like really capturing the characters without me having to tell you about them. So as always on these types of videos, make sure you leave a like on the video. It's actually super important to the channel and it gets the video out to more people, so make sure you guys drop a like. And if you're new, subscribe. We recently hit 400 subscribers and we're not looking back. We're trying to hit 500. I haven't actually set a time. You know what? Let's get one going. Let's go 500 before the end of June. I think we can do that. And with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the creation of Sonic Tales and the name. Alright, so the creation of my... Oh my god, there's a spider on the wall. Hey, yo, future me, cut this out. There's a spider on the wall. So after I totally just let that spider outside and not just ended its entire existence, what I was trying to say basically was that Sonic Tales really started because of me writing some stupid story in the middle of math class. And I also wrote a lot of the story in ELA, so I'm actually going to show you guys some of it right now. So right here, guys, we have the first draft of the episode that ended up being Bunking with Uncle Chuck. I have this on it so it doesn't reveal my name, but I wrote this in reading class. This was like 2 years ago, so like 2019, early 2020 maybe. And we actually had so many different ideas, or I had so many different ideas, like having Mighty and Jet be in season 1. And I felt like that would be like forcing too many characters in the video, which didn't need to be in it. So I mean, we obviously changed that and we made Uncle Chuck a main character. And don't mind my handwriting, I write in full cursive now. But back on track here, it actually took me like a whole school year to finish like one season basically. And the main point about it was that I was trying to set up something where Sonic would have to be like the main protagonist going up against Eggman, so like setting up why they have beef in the first place. I never actually had ideas to set up why Sonic was friends with everyone else. I just feel like that could be a series in itself, like how he becomes friends with everyone else. And to me, that's not the most interesting thing in the world. I feel like a season just setting up like why they hate each other would make more sense. And ultimately, that entire original script ended up changing. Well, not changing, got more so pushed back to season 2. As you guys know, that script right there was actually from the video The Mulk World. But what made me really want to do plush videos? Well, one of my inspirations, Supersonic Blake, kind of gave me that idea in the first place, because I've always wanted to animate or direct a series, but obviously I don't got the money or the time to like make that happen in the first place. Well, maybe nowadays, but you get the point. I wasn't going to be paying a full team or anything like that. I'm not a great drawer myself to make a comic dub, so I looked to something else, to something I've been collecting since I was a wee lad, and that's been Sonic plushies. And honestly, from day one, I was never very certain on what I really wanted to do, like if I really wanted to make a story-driven series or if I really just want to make a comedic, laughable type of series. That's why the first episode was more so called Knuckles Sells Team Sonic's House, because it kind of gives off a laughy name, but at the same time, it still does set up some type of story. And then I ultimately ended up choosing like story-driven because I learned that people were actually paying attention to the story and not just being like tapping on a video, liking it, and being like, oh my gosh, this is so great, thank you so much for making the content, blah, 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 blah. And now, since people pay attention, I had to start adding like actual foreshadowing story elements and like storyboarding right now. So, you know, it's crazy. And to end this topic off here, a question that I do get asked a lot is that how many seasons of Sonic Tales is there going to be? Now, I know I'm going to be doing a Q&A on Sonic Tales pretty shortly, and I know people are still going to ask me this question after I answer it, but I'm going to go ahead and just answer the question. Now, as a writer myself, I know that you guys see my series as more like a television show, and I love that. Keep that mentality, because I want to see it as a television show myself, but it's not like produced like a television show in that case. So what I mean by that is usually when a company has a TV show, like let's say Disney has Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I know, pretty random like TV show, but just keep running with me here. So like Disney owns Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. The creators of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse are like the people that continue to get the show out there, and they get to choose how many seasons there are. Now for me, I'm the guy that runs everything, and no one tells me why I can't make my show, right? So basically, there's no set thing. Just as soon as I am able to tell the story that I want to tell, and I have no more things to write about it, that'll be it. As soon as I get the story out to all of you guys and you guys get to see the final results, you'll understand. Like, I know what the ending is right now, but you guys will see it in the future, and that kind of answers that question without giving it away. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to what season 1 and season 2 were kind of supposed to be and what they are now. Now, I'm not going to go into excruciating detail about every piece and bit of lore and foreshadowing that was in season 1 or anything like that. I'm more so just going to be talking about how I really wanted it to like give the message away, and like what it was supposed to even set up in general. And what I was really just trying to set up was the battle between Sonic and Eggman, and the message that I was trying to give away was that if you want to understand where Sonic is coming from, if you want to understand why he's feeling lonely, if you want to understand why he needs help and all these different types of things, you're going to have to change your mind and like figure out why this is occurring in Sonic's life. For example, like if you go back to episode 1, Knuckles sells Team Sonic's house, you're going to see that Eggman is wanting to go after Sonic, and if you learn, and I believe it's the 3rd prologue, you'll understand that Sonic doesn't know of who Eggman is, and then he ends up learning that he's just trying to steal his friends for the chaos energy within them and basically just conquer the world. Ultimately, Sonic ends up banishing him to another world called the Mulk World, which leads up to the events of season 2. And obviously, that was a very vague statement on what season 1 was about. And also, we just got the confirmation that after season 3, when we're having that 2-month hiatus between season 3 and the movie, we're going to be feeding y'all with some extra content, and that being a remaster of season 1. Now, season 2 is a lot more complicated lore-wise, because obviously now that I know you guys care about it, I went all out for season 2, and it's kind of hard to even explain, but a quick summary would probably be that Eggman is trying to cause like mass roboticization against like everyone on Earth, but obviously he's in the Mulk world and he has to make alliances with the Queen, who knows how to be like a kind of a time trap, not even a time traveler, a person that can just jump between worlds. And now that he's trying to do that, he's trying to basically get everyone from Earth to be roboticized so he can use them against Sonic. And Metal Sonic, his biggest weapon, who all the roboticized robots are connected to, if he dies, they all die, and it just leaves kind of Eggman alone. And that's about all I'm going to say, because I don't want to spoil any of the ending of season 2, because trust me, it is going to blow all your minds because of the big plot twist at the end. And like new and improved things from season 1 to 2 is that quality is like 200 times better than it was in season 1, and also that I'm starting to do things called world building, and I'm actually making places come to life. My first thing with that was obviously Eggman Land, and actually the next one I'm pretty sure that I'm going to do that is not Angel Island is going to be Speed Highway. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and talk about Sonic Tales Season 3 and Sonic Tales the movie. Now, Sonic Tales Season 3 is going to be a crazy, crazy season. I mean, we're going to be bringing in so many great editing softwares to use for these videos, and especially since I know that it was kind of leaked, and I know that some people know it's going to be kind of more SA1 themed, and I'm so excited for that. And I can't even say a lot about this one either, because not even the trailer is out yet, or not even the poster reveal for Season 3 is out yet. So I mean, we've got a ton to do. I mean, we have a ton of work to do for it, like even writing. So I mean, we've got a lot to work on. But let me just tell you that season 3 is going to be the best season out of all the seasons so far, because it is going to be a whopping 50 episodes. That is the goal. Don't ask me why, but I mean, we've got so many characters to build with, to go through, and I'm pumped. I am so pumped for you guys to just be in the world of Sonic Tales again, but in such a beautiful fashion. And I mean, we're going to be having a lot of parodies. We're going to be having a lot of new songs that are made up by us. So I mean, it's going to be a fun ride. And I mean, just be there. Let me say that. If you've missed previous seasons, you definitely do not want to miss season 3, because it's going to be filled with also world building. And ladies and gentlemen, if you did not know, it's like, if you don't follow me on social media, if you're not on my Discord because you're a little bit younger, you're not allowed to have it, don't worry. It was announced in my Discord server on Instagram and Twitter that there is going to be a movie for Sonic Tales. And yes, that is true. And it is, the goal is to get it out by December 23rd this year. And the backup option, if it needs to be delayed, is January 6th of 2021. And I mean, just the writing itself, I'm pumped for, because Infinite just being the main villain, and then that mystery villain that you guys saw, and we're supposed to have so many characters in it, and you'll see in the video, but I had to say this. Let's go ahead and move on to the next section, and the final section about the characters. Now, the characters. If anything about Sonic Tales is awesome, I really do love the character development. I will admit, in Season 1, it was not the greatest, but Season 2B, aka the second half of the season, has been phenomenal, and I've got to give props to BL25. She has definitely opened up my mind to how characters should be, like, foreshadowing things for the future about themselves, and, like, building up just who they're supposed to be in general. And what I'm going to be talking about today is, like, the characters, obviously, but not all of them. Let me talk about my character, which is Sonic. I really love writing for Sonic, and I'm about to explain that in a second. And then the voice actors' characters, and like how they voice act and how great they've been for the channel, honestly. Obviously, Sonic is the main character of Sonic Tales, if the name did not already give that away. And what I was personally going for was from one of my favorite characters, like in a TV show, what I'm about to tell you, and like what a teenager should feel like if they had this superpower and just kept winning and winning, if that makes sense. First part though, the character that I'm referring to is this character from a show called Amphibia. Her name is Anne Boon Choi. She's like a 13-year-old girl who ends up having these powers called calamity powers. And it's pretty cool when you think about it. But what I am interpreting that for Sonic and Sonic Tales is that when Anne sees like a family in trouble, or even her family in trouble, she doesn't care if they're trying to kill her. She's going to save them. And I want Sonic to sort of be that same way, where if like his friends or foes are in trouble making a decision, or they're in trouble, like they're about to die in trouble, I want Sonic to be able to go and have that mentality just to save. The second part of Sonic being a teenager with these superpowers, obviously speed and soon to be another power with Dark Sonic, it's pretty interesting because Sonic so far has not lost. And I mean, he's seen his friends almost die, and he's obviously going to see something at the end of Season 2. So, I mean, and he's been seeing his friends get captured this entire time. So, I mean, it's really interesting when you think about it. And by the end of the series, when all of these events have happened, as a teenager, when you become an adult, there's this thing called, like, childhood trauma or stress. And this kind of relates back to my life. Not childhood trauma necessarily, but more just stress, anxiety, all building up until you can't really, like, hang with it anymore. And that's something that Sonic is going to deal with himself. Like, having to deal with all these things, like, so far for you guys that you know is Eggman stealing his friends, Metal Sonic trying to legitimately kill him and kill people that he loves, and like roboticize people that he loves so they can kill him. I mean, that's a ton of weight to put on. And then just winning, or if his friends come out with them, you know, it's a ton to think about. And like, Sonic himself has to be able to take the role and understand that it's okay to like say your feelings, or it's okay to tell you that I'm not okay, so you can understand what I'm dealing with, so it can help Sonic cope. But it's going to take Sonic a little bit more to open up, besides just keeping all these feelings bottled in and you'll see in the season 3 opener, trust me. And another thing that I've noticed that is an emoji in my Discord that y'all think Sonic is depressed. Not yet. You think that he's sad now, or like losing his mind now. I mean, literally going to the space colony arc to get Shadow. I mean, whose Shadow is his best friend right now. He's even a better friend than like Tails right now, because they don't really have a Sonic and Tails don't have the best relationship as friends, because Sonic's always going away, but they're still like best buds. But like Sonic is considered depressed so far, and I'll roll with what you guys are saying. I know that you guys do speculate on the series a bit, so you're on the right path, I'll give you that. But Sonic from Sonic Tales is my baby boy. I love writing for him, and I hope you guys see why I do. I mean, it's pretty obvious now. His character, just himself, is really deep. Now, we're going to go ahead and move on to the voice actors here. And I'm going to start with Chris. And I know that he is the voice actor of both Orbot and Espio so far in the series canon. And I'm going to go ahead and just start with Espio. I know Orbot is going to be more of a main character because he's going to appear more in the series. But Espio, we got some bigger plans for him. So while writing Espio's character, we figured out that the main thing wrong with Espio from the first episode that he ever appeared in season 1 was that he didn't fit what we were supposed to be going for. And that is, Espio is not immune to being in danger, but he doesn't want to be in danger. And I feel like in The Return, it really captures that, especially with Chris's deliveries. I feel like that he made it sound like when they were like in the plane, he didn't really want to fight. Like, he didn't want to go out and do all these things to help Sonic of all people, because I mean, you're helping a stranger at this point, but that's just Vector's heart and wanting to do it. But when they end up fighting the Project Shadow that was a failure, he goes out and he's obviously giving punches, and he even comes up with ideas to win the battle. And disappointingly, he's not going to be making an appearance again in season 2, but in season 3, we're going to be trying to use him more, though we have an idea, and we don't know if it's actually going to be okay to put him in it, but we'll see. For season 3, we expect to have this mini arc with the Chaotix and like the Hooligans, and just seeing how they can interact as two different teams. So, you know, more screen time for Espio. And again, Chris has knocked it out the park. I mean, literally, fans have been like talking about how his Espio voice is better than the actual Espio voice. And I mean, Chris, go get your job at Sega, boy. Sega will definitely hit you up. But all seriousness here, I mean, I thought I was going to have to be constantly telling fans, hey, that Espio voice isn't me, it's Chris. No, they recognize from day one, oh, this is the guy I need to go to say, hey, your Espio voice is amazing. And I 110% agree. Next up, we got the Licking Lamp, or just Lamp. So far in the series canon, she has voiced Amy and Rouge. I'm going to go with Amy here because I feel like in season 3, Amy is going to be having a more major role in the series. But like I was saying, in Sonic Tales, Amy does have a crush on Sonic. And there's nothing too romantic about it yet. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan on the shipping furry character things like that, like Son Amy. I'm not a big fan of that. But we're trying to figure out how we want this to work. But besides from that, Amy is like a cunning character. She can do whatever she wants and whatever she puts her mind to. Like an idea of that was breaking into Jet's castle. Literally a very well secured high-tech castle broke into by a 12-year-old, or no, she's 13 in the series, a 13-year-old girl. But the main thing about Amy is that she is compassionate. I know in season 1, it definitely didn't seem like she was compassionate at all, but she is definitely loving, compassionate. She cares for everyone and everything. She doesn't want to see anything die, so like eventually you'll see that a character that she is fighting and she ends up killing them. And I mean, we had a scrapped idea that she was actually going to be the reason why Silver turns evil. Like, Silver was supposed to have this evil arc, and Amy was supposed to be the reason because she killed Blaze. But ultimately, don't worry about that, we made Blaze a queen. And Lamp, she does an amazing modern Amy voice. I know the plush is classic Amy, but her voice definitely fits modern Amy, and she still does fit the bill for the character. And I mean, it sounds like Amy is ready to have fun and just get going. And I feel like we have the writing skills to get her to that place, but I'm just ready for the episode where it's really about Sonic and Amy having to go on a mission, and it's gonna be fun. Next up, we got Biss, and I can't talk about it much, but I'm gonna just say a little something. Biss is obviously going to be infinite in the Sonic Tales movie, and I cannot be more excited. Trust me, guys, how he just delivers his lines is going to be phenomenal. You are going to be astonished with this guy. He definitely gives 200% on like everything he does. So trust me, guys, you guys will be blown away with his performances. I'm sure that he can give you a sample in the server, so make sure you guys join my Discord below because he's there, and I'll put his friend tag even in the description. Don't worry about it. You need to just stay on the lookout for my guy Biss. Next up, we got my boy Sky. So far, canonically, he's only been Chief Pachamacha. I think I said that name right, but that's why I only call him Chief P. Chief P is the leader of the Echidna tribe. In current day, he is dead. I am going to go ahead and confirm that he's gone from Sonic's life, and so in Sonic's past he did cause a lot of trauma for him, always trying to catch him and steal his power and end up killing him in general, and even like killing his family, Longclaw. And actually a scrap thing of him was that he was kind of supposed to be a like, back in the day where they would try to, kill a ton of people. The word. I don't think I should say the word, but you know what I'm talking. He was supposed to be one of them. Like, go back to World War II type of days, if you know what I mean. Now, next up, we got the DonkeyDude, and I am so happy to work with this guy. I am excited to get him going on the channel. Sadly, it's not made his debut yet canonically, so I can't really say much about who he's going to be voicing and what he's going to be doing, but you guys should know if you're in my server who he's going to be voicing and things like that. And next up, we got, oh, my brain just blanked as soon as I was recording. What is her name? I can see her profile picture. I'm not editing this out. What is her name? Skylar Tourai. I'm not even going to try to say it. So Skylar canonically has only been Rouge so far, and I already know what you guys are probably saying. Isn't Lamp Rouge? And yes, but one time, just some things have been happening. Or just things happened, and she just missed one of her Rouge's lines. So Skylar is the backup Rouge, but canonically she's going to end up being Ray. And yes, it is official. Ray will be in the series in season 4. And actually, we have a pretty interesting idea of him tying into Sonic's past. But Ray is not the only character that she's going to be. She's also going to be Tikal, and hopefully more characters in the future. And actually, that's the end of this section right there. But I do have 2 more things to say. One, that there is going to be a new voice actor coming in to voice Cream, but they're still doing their audition, so I don't want to confirm anything. And 2, yes, as you guys know, one of the voice actors was not mentioned here because one of them was let go. And things like this are definitely tough, but I mean, you gotta look on the bright side here. I'm not trying to think about negativity right now, So, I mean, it opens up doors for more people, and I'm excited. And I mean, literally, as soon as we got rid of her, we got a new person to come up, and they're excited to be a part of the team. And I mean, we just gotta give them a warm welcome and go on and go forward. And finally, to end this all off, my quick summary is that YouTube itself has been a wild ride. Trust me, if you asked me 2 years ago, or even when I was a 9, 12, 13-year-old, 14-year-old, that this was going to be happening, no, I would have never said that this is going to be happening. So, this has been fun. I never thought I was going to do this. And I mean, we've got big plans for you in the future, like some things that you would never even think of that we were going to do, we're going to end up doing. And one day I just want to get, again, this story out to people, and like discussion videos, let's play videos, literally when I'm able to do a face reveal videos. And I mean, just all these things, I'm so excited for it, and I hope you guys are too. But with that being said, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you liked it, make sure you leave a like, and if you're a new subscriber, we're trying to hit 500 subscribers before the middle of, no, not the middle, my bad, by the end of June. And yeah, I really messed up that last part. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. I love you guys. Wear your socks. Peace.